this video, I'm going to be ranking my top 5 bicep exercises from worst to best. Now, these are my personal top 5 exercises, meaning I believe they all have value and are beneficial to any workout program, but I think some are better than others. Each exercise in this video is going to be ranked using a 5-star rating system. If you get 5 out of 5 stars, it means it's the perfect bicep exercise. The exercises chosen will be rated using the following criteria. Number 1 is going to be EMG Studies, looking at muscle recruitment. We're going to dive into the research and look at which exercises recruit the most muscle fibers compared to others. Number 2 is going to be personal enjoyment. How much do I actually like this exercise? Number 3 is going to be convenience. How readily available is the equipment needed to perform the exercise? Number 4 is going to be progressive overload potential. How easy or difficult is it to reliably add weight to increase the load on any given exercise? And after we go over my top 5 exercises, I'm also going to list a bicep exercise that you should definitely avoid. So be sure to stick around to the end. And without wasting any more time, starting the list at number 5, it's going to be the easy bar with a wide grip curl, getting 2.5 stars out of 5. I do tend to perform this exercise quite often on my arm days. However, it does get the number 5 spot on this list, and I'll explain why. The main upside with easy bar wide grip curls is that the wide grip actually puts less strain on the wrist due to the angled grip of the easy bar. Now, this makes the exercise much more comfortable, and it can actually improve your grip strength while you're performing it. Another benefit with this exercise is that the angled grip allows a different range of motion than the straight barbell, and it can actually target the short head of the biceps. This exercise is super accessible and very easy to progressively overload. And most gyms have numerous easy bars that increase in increments of 10 pounds, so it's very easy to progress as needed. In a study by ACE in 2014, they tested several different bicep exercises using EMG studies to look at muscle activation. Upon the conclusion of their testing, easy bar wide grip curls came in the number 5 spot in terms of bicep activation. So I think it's only fitting that it also achieves this number 5 spot on this list. Next, let's jump to exercise number 4, which is going to be cable curls, getting 3 out of 5-star rating. As this exercise is beneficial and it provides constant resistance throughout the entire range of motion. The one downside with the normal bicep curl is that it gets easier when you reach the top of the curl. Because cable curls use a pulley system, they adjust the resistance throughout the range of motion, meaning the biceps are doing the same amount of work initiating the exercise as they are at the top of the curl. This exercise is very accessible, and all you need is a cable system, which pretty much every gym has. And similarly, the pulley system makes progressive overload super accessible, as they typically increase in increments of 5 pounds. In that same study by ACE, they found that bicep activation was way higher than that of the easy bar curl, and this is why the exercise is getting the number 4 spot on this list. Jumping into number 3, it's going to be Chinups, getting 3.5 stars out of 5 on the rating system. Chinups got the number 3 spot on this list as they're one of the best exercises to overload your biceps. Even if you cannot perform a full bodyweight chin-up and need assistance, you'll be completing the exercise moving more load than just about any other bicep exercise you could think of. Most gyms have an assisted chin-up or pull-up machine that allows you to remove some of your body weight when performing the exercise. This allows you to progressively overload the biceps in a safe and effective manner. Now, the one downside with chin-ups is that if it's pretty easy for you to perform chin-ups, it's kind of hard to increase the weight. One way that you can increase the resistance is by holding a weight in between your legs, but it's pretty difficult to do, so you can also purchase a weight belt online and allows you to hold the weight as you're doing the chin-up. However, most people don't own a weight belt, and it can be a limiting factor for this exercise. For that reason, the chin-ups get the number 3 spot on this list. And in that ACE study, they found that chin-ups had the same activation as cable curls. However, with the benefits that I listed above, I think that cable curls take the edge. Jumping to exercise number 2, it's going to be Zman curls, getting 4 out of 5-star rating. Zman curls are a personal favorite of mine, but unfortunately, when looking at the research, I couldn't find any EMG studies looking at this exercise. So ultimately, I couldn't put it at the number 1 spot. Zman curls target all 3 elbow flexors, which is something that gives it the edge over the other exercises in this list. Because you alternate from a supinated or palm up position to a neutral and then a pronated or palm down grip, you work the biceps, brachialis, and brachioradialis muscles respectively. Zman curls require little equipment, and all you need are dumbbells. And most people aren't able to lift very heavy when doing this exercise, so most gyms should have the weight that you need. I would be very curious though to see an EMG study conducted on this exercise, because I do think we'll see more muscle activation than most of the other exercises listed. And before we jump into number 1, if you're enjoying the video so far, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more fitness videos and content just like this. Now for the number 1 exercise on this list, it's going to be concentration curls, getting 4.5 stars out of 5. After viewing several studies comparing different bicep curls and their muscle activation, concentration curls continue to be at the top. Concentration curls are great because they can prevent compensations that you may see in some of the exercises listed above. They are a strict bicep movement when done properly, and they have great potential for progressive overload. That being said, they're often performed incorrectly, so you need to make sure that you're optimizing your form. Elbow position matters, and if you're placing your elbow on top of the thigh, you're giving yourself a lever, actually making them exercise easier. And like I already mentioned, the goal with this exercise is a strict bicep curl. So you need to place the arm on the inside of the thigh, which will make the biceps do all of the work. And like the Zman curls, all you need are dumbbells and a seat, which I hope pretty much every gym has. This exercise takes the edge among all the other ones listed in this video, and if it's not already incorporated into your bicep training, it needs to be. And like I mentioned earlier, we're now going to go over the worst bicep exercise that you could possibly perform, and in my opinion, it's going to be the bicep push-ups. And I'm sure this isn't much of a surprise to you. This exercise does not stimulate your biceps in a manner that will result in bicep growth. Similarly, it places your wrist in a heavily extended and supinated position, which can put a lot of strain on the wrist joint if you have a history of wrist issues. This exercise is still primarily working the pecs and the front deltoid, and it can still be an effective exercise for the chest. However, there are many other bicep exercises that you could possibly choose that are much safer and more effective. But at the end of the day, the best bicep exercise is going to be the one that you actually perform. But keep these exercises in mind and utilize this list to optimize your bicep training, and you're going to see a huge improvement in your bicep growth. But don't stop there. You can't have huge biceps and small forearms. So check out this video now where I go over the best science-based approach to getting bigger forearms.